Hello, hi everybody. Hope you guys are doing great and doing fine. Welcome back to this channel, and I hope today you have a good time, you have a good day. Welcome back to this channel, and don't forget to hit your subscription link. Don't forget that. Don't forget to like and share and comment. Yes. So here we talk about all about parenting, childhood bearing, childhood development, and all that comes with parenting and motherhood. So today I want to talk on something a little bit new, and today I just want to talk about inverted nipple. What do you know about inverted nipple, or have you ever experienced it? Yeah. So I'll first want to share what inverted nipples are, and that's why today you are seeing me with this. I cannot use my physical because of YouTube guidelines and so forth. So you can see something like this. This is just a mark, but it's not a real nipple. So I'm just putting this as an example of inverted nipple. You are seeing that you're just seeing a mark, and that's how inverted nipple exactly can be. Sometimes you can see something, and sometimes you don't see exactly anything. So it goes inside. They say that inverted nipple, it instead of pointing outward, it's pointing inward. So that makes it very difficult for you to breastfeed. But then, what can we do about inverted nipple, and what causes inverted nipple? In most cases, they say that inverted nipple are caused by serious issues, like maybe if you have had cancer, very serious issues, or aging can also make the nipple to be inverted. But then, if you're breastfeeding and you get inverted nipple, how do you deal with it? First of all, there are two ways of having inverted nipple. They are primary and secondary. You find that primary is those that are born with. You are born with that condition. Your breast nipple faces inward. But there are those with secondary issues, and that's what just like what I've said. It can either be caused by cancer or any other illnesses, aging or other any illnesses. But then it makes it very difficult for a mother to breastfeed when you're having inverted nipple, because it's facing inward or it's very deep. You cannot breastfeed. But then there's a solution to everything. And that's why with modernization, everything becomes possible. So today I have good news for you to tell that even if you're having inverted nipple, still it's very possible for you to breastfeed. What can you do to breastfeed when you're having inverted nipple? First of all, you can do it manually. And doing it manually, if it's not even inverted nipple, there are grades. There are those that they are facing inward and they cannot be seen, but there are those that they are facing inward, but when you pull out, like when you are pressing it, like this is your breast and you're pressing it, then it pops outward. But there are those that even if you do this, it does not pop. That is severe condition now. But if it pops, then that means you can breastfeed. You can either use manually your hand to try to pop it out, or you can use a pump. You know, when you're using an electric pump or a hand pump, when it pulls, it helps to stimulate the breast. Because first of all, you can use your hand to stimulate the breast, you stimulate the nipple, then when you keep doing that, it pops. But then there are those that they pop after breastfeeding, they get back. That's very normal. It has also ever happened to me. Sometimes when I'm breastfeeding, after breastfeeding, then it gets back. It shrinks. I think that's another condition. For me, mine, it shrinks and just disappear. It disappears inside. I talked to somebody and was like, maybe it's because of coldness or the condition of the weather and things like that. Sometimes for me, it used to happen so many times. It just shrinks and then it disappears inside. But then in the time of breastfeeding, I just pop it using manually. I use my hand and just pop it, and then it shows up. But then there are these nipple shields. You can use nipple shields. You just put it in your breast, and then it helps. Not only nipple shield, you can even use supple cups. There are some kind of cups whereby you just put in your nipple, and then as the baby suckles, the baby helps to stimulate, because there are some that they just need stimulations. But there are those who are, it's just very genetical. It has first inward. No matter what you do, it doesn't come out. In that severe cases, it may need surgery. You may need to go for surgery, and they remove, because it's genetic. So there are some tissues, or there are some genes that have been manufactured in that area. So what you just do, they just go for surgery and things like that in order for the nipple to appear out. But surgery should be the last option. Try all these other options, especially when you are breastfeeding, because this comes to concern, because when you're not breastfeeding, because inverted nipple happens, by the way, to both men and women. There are some men who are born like that. Their nipples are facing inward. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's not an healthy issue to get concerned with, because they say that it does not affect anything. If you're a man and you're having inverted nipple, there is no need to go for surgery unless otherwise. But there's no need. But if need be, then you can do what pleases you. But then to women, because it becomes a concern in the time when you want to breastfeed. And some, they just want it for cosmetic issues, because you want your nipples to be seen and everything, because it's a pleasure to us women when you're walking around with our nipples they have erected, and we feel good about it. And some men also do feel good about that, because they like to see that, or other issues. But then today, I just want, my concern is only to breastfeeding mamas, and when you're having inverted nipples, what to do about it. I've given 3 solutions. You can either use supple cups, you can use nipple shields, or you can use pumping. You know, when you are pumping, it helps to stimulate, because our breasts, they all need like stimulation. When they have stimulated, then the nipple can come out. But as I've said, there are those who that the nipples come out and then they go in back inside. So those are some of the few things that you can either use to make sure that your nipple comes out, and if you want to breastfeed, but you can do it manually. And when you do it manually, just press on the nipple, because if it's facing inward, then you press around it, then it will just pop. But if it's a severe case, sometimes you can pop, you can press it, but it does not pop. So if it reaches to that level, that means you need an extra mile. If you have used a pump, it's not popping out. You have used your hand manually. You have used the supple shield, the nipple shield, the supple cups, and all that things that to help you to the breast to pop out, and it has not popped out. Then that means you need some extra mile. Either you go and see a physician, you go and see a doctor, because there are some other issues whereby they are extra. That means you go and see, you need to see your doctor, so that can check you properly and advise you. And also, mamas, if you see any sign, maybe if you're born with your nipple is out, but then you start seeing sign that it's disappearing. It's also an area of concern. Get concerned. Just don't let it just go, because you should know why is it disappearing. Maybe it's something serious. There's some serious issues, and I've said that if you see, you're supposed to examine your breast. If you see there's any lump, there's anything that is not normal, then it can cause even the nipple to disappear. So what you can do, just check your breast. More often, check your breast most of the times, so that you know if there's anything that is not normal, then you can know. Or you see your nipple is disappearing slowly, or you see any other something which is not normal, it just needs a concern. Go to your doctor and check out. Examine your breast, because you know that there are now issues of breast cancer. There are also other very many issues now are raising up. So what you can do, just go to your doctor to examine. If you see anything that is weird on your breast, your nipple is disappearing with no reason, just go and do checkup. And I hope that will help you. And also the other thing, if you're breastfeeding, in the middle of breastfeeding, maybe you're breastfeeding the first month, in the second month you are feeding normally, the nipple is out, then from nowhere you see the nipple is disappearing. The nipple is being covered. by the areola, you see that it's only areola, then the nipple is not being seen. It's also it's also a concern. So as a mother, if you see any sign of disappearing nipples, if you see anything on your breast that is not normal, just go for checkup. But as I said earlier on, inverted nipple is not like a disease. It's not like something which is it's not something that you should be very much concerned if you are born with that condition. But if it happens, as I've said before, when you're breastfeeding and something like that happens, then go for your breast checkup. Or even if, because it said that it happens, it is between 2 and 10% of women, they have that condition. It can either be a condition which can be treated, or it can be stimulated, like the breast can be stimulated, but more so go to your doctor and seek medical advice. Let your breast be checked. If there is nothing wrong, then just fine, life goes on. Anyway guys, hope today you have enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and just keep in touch. Thank you for now. See you in the next video. Bye.